Yes! Everyday Superpower signing in. Today we're going to be learning about body language, nonverbal communication, and how to identify the feelings of people around you without them even being able to identify them themselves. You're going to be able to read the minds of others, and you're going to be able to understand your own self even more than you ever have done before. If you like the idea of that, click like, click subscribe, leave a comment. Without further ado, let's get on with the lesson. So, today we're talking about thumb displays. We're going to have a general blanket over the thumb today, okay? The thumbs have been used as a sign of power and authority for thousands of years. The thumb meant life or death to a gladiator in the Roman times, okay? When we talk about palmistry, which is the study of the fingers and the hands, the thumbs themselves represent strength, the ego, and the self-important attitude, okay? Fims, not fims, I don't know what a fim is, but the thumbs are used to display dominance, assertiveness, and can implement aggressive attitudes from time to time, alright, as it is a display of authority, so I wouldn't question it and I wouldn't fight against it within reason, okay? Thumb gestures shouldn't be necessarily paid attention in isolation, but in accompaniment of the big picture. So have a look at what the thumb accompanies as far as the cluster of behaviour, okay? When it comes to the thumb on the hand, literally it is the strongest finger on there, okay? So by default it is powerful. We have such a great degree of movement with our thumb in comparison to our ancestors and other mammals that for us as humans the thumb comes with great power, okay? So thumb displays are very powerful signals, okay, and significant and symbolic of those whom are wanting to show superiority. Now don't get me wrong, these people who you see using these thumb signals for the grand big scheme of things, right, don't know that they're doing this for any particular reason, because they don't understand the ins and outs of nonverbal communication like we do, alright? So when you see this behaviour out in public, you have to believe it for what it is, okay? So thumb displays are positive signals used by an individual to show superiority. A man will use protruding thumbs around women. He will use them by dangling them out of his jean pockets or his jogger pockets or his short pockets, pointing towards his genitals, alright, as a form of significant genital display. We spoke about that in the last video, so if you want to go in depth on that hands in the pockets cowboy pose, check it out. You will see that very regular. I see it with people just walking down the street by themselves. I see that with people in an office workplace. I see that gesture all around, alright? You will rarely see a low status individual doing this, subconsciously protruding the thumbs, okay? So if you yourself aren't in a position of power, I'm sure not many of us are, just start doing it. Don't do it in the face of authority, okay? Because on a subconscious basis, we are hardwired to understand these non-verbal communications, alright, as a means of being able to signify who is who. But in a general societal way, feel free to incorporate more thumb gestures into your day by day, alright? If you're a person who's reserved and you feel comfortable with your hands in your pockets, maybe make a start by just hanging your thumbs over the top of that pockets and start to see how you feel by doing so, alright? So, we've talked about it as a genital display. Now, if the thumbs are protruding from the individual's coat, which is a common gesture when it comes to men, more so than women. In fact, it's a very popular gesture with the monarchy. It shows that the individual is not only in an authoritarian position, but in control, comfortable, and the boss is going to walk around like this, okay? The boss is going to protrude the thumbs, not the subordinates. And when the boss goes home, the supervisor and the second in command is going to take that over, alright? If you yourself as a subordinate is going to walk around with the thumbs displayed in front of the boss, you yourself are challenging the individual in their position. So don't get yourself fired by doing so, alright? Another common cluster we see with we've done FIMS and we've done FOMS today. Another cluster we see with the thumbs is the crossed arms with the thumbs upwards. Now you might think that's a bit, contradictory, right? And it is in a way, because the arms crossed shows a closed and defensive and negative attitude, okay? Whereas that superior element is still shining through with the thumbs. So it is contradictory in a way, and you have to start assessing that. I would say it was somewhat a dangerous, contortion of the body to be put against, because it's a superior thinking, negative thinking, defensive individual. So that's my brief overview of thumb displays. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click like, click subscribe. Start walking around with your thumbs in your pockets. Show off your crotch, everyone. Leave a comment if you enjoy. That's me signing out. 2 thumbs up. Goodbye.